as Walter makes a run ahead of him. Bergkamp suddenly changed pace through the centre. It's Bergkamp! That's magnificent! The move, and then this, which left Dabby's ass totally stranded.
Hello and welcome to Bergkamp, and we are an Arsenal podcast. And tonight it is only me for the preview game for Arsenal v Chelsea. I'm quite stressed at the moment because my cat's, Betty the cat, she's dying. And the other three would rather her starve to death than actually leave her to eat her food on her own. So she's now laying on the floor and got the hump, and the other three have eaten all of her food because I've had to be here with you, dear people. Stan was going to be here, but Stan is busy doing his job, and so it's just me. So let's have a look and see who has joined me for it. Mr. Phil Macker is there. Who's ready for the title run-in? Man City fans, that is who is ready. Mr. Waffles is there. Lovely jubbly. Phil's saying hello. And I know, poor Betty, but it's her own fault. You know, I had two cats in the early days, Ken and Woody. Ken ate birds and mice and things. And then he got ill and his kidneys failed and he died. And then the other one didn't. And now Betty is the only one out of the current four who used to eat birds and mice and shrews. And now she's the one poorly kidneys. So if there's any cats watching, don't eat the wildlife. That's today's lesson. Tom Andrew is there. Hello, Tom. How are you? Hope you're all well. And Spin is there on Twitch, using a little Bergkamp thing. That's lovely to see. Rudy Rastos is there. Hello, Rudy. So we're just going to talk a little bit about the Chelsea game. So let's get straight into the waffle. And where can you... What's that I can hear? Where can we see the game? Betty asks. Well, I'll tell you, Betty, where you can see the game. It will be on Sky Sports main event, Sky Sports Premier, and Sky Ultra HD. Well, that's nice, but you could get mugged off and pay Now TV £10 to watch it. Don't do that. It kicks off at 8 o'clock, and it's also live streaming on TalkSport and Radio 5, which is completely unnecessary. You don't both need to listen to it. And the first person to put in a chat, a country, I will go and find the country that it's on and I will tell you. While I'm waiting for that, I will tell you the injury news. Tomiyasu out for the season. Mohamed El-Neni out for the season. William Saliba, the update was the 25th of April. No improvement. So that's a bit sad. Chelsea, they have got Broja, he's out. Koulibaly is out. And Mason Mount is out. Cucurella is out. Oh, and Reece James, I think we all knew about. And Bettinelli, never heard of you. That person is out as well. Let's see if anybody's picked a country. And Phil puts Yugoslavia. If this was 1982, Phil, I'd go and have a look and see if Yugoslavia are showing it on TV, but they probably wouldn't be. Spin says, I've been smashing all the teams in FIFA this morning, taking my Gooner frustrations out, hoping the boys do the same today. 3-1 to the good guys. I'm going to save that for the prediction for the end of the show. First person to put. If you put your predictions in, I'll read them all out. And we can prediction shame you in the post-game show. Possibly, if I remember, which I probably won't. Tom says, the least excited I've been to a game this season is a bit of an anticlimax, isn't it? Rudy says, Cucurella out is not good news for us. So if he's not playing left back, that would be the bloke they got from Leicester, because was he right back? You know, I've got no idea. I'm going to shut up. Did I tweet from my own account to say that I am... Lidly live. Yes, I did indeed, sir. Still no country. You know, I'm beginning to think that's a bit of a pointless segment. So if we go back and have a look at a few stats for the games, has it got the overall number of games ever played between the clubs? Yes, it'll be at the top of this one. I've scrolled to the bottom, that's why I couldn't see it. Arsenal have won 82 games. Chelsea have won 66 games, and 58 games have been drawn. What's the first time we ever played Chelsea, I hear somebody ask? Well, funny you should say that. It was the 9th of November, 1907. I remember the day well. 65,000 at the Bridge. Chelsea 2, Woolwich Arsenal 1. And Gordon Hillsden scored both the goals, and Charlie Satterthwaite, that's an old British name that you don't hear anymore, scored one for us. Now, George Hillsden, he was born in 1885. So, George, if you are watching, that means you are going to be 115 plus 23. You're 138 years old in August. So, if you are watching, give us a wave. It'd be lovely to hear from you, George Hillsden. And there you go. Right, next one is we go as usual. We look back at Premier League games and the same fixture. So at Arsenal, we'll go back 3 games because they can be completely irrelevant if you go any further. Well, even 3 games is pushing it at the moment. 29th of December 2019, the before times. We scored first with Aubameyang on 13, and then they scored 2 late goals. Jorginho 83, Abraham 87. The lineup that day: Leno in goal, Chambers and Louise as centre-backs. Oh, looks like Saka might have been playing left-back. Right-back would have been Maitland-Niles, conservative, with Guendouzi, Torreira in midfield, Lacazette up front, Aubameyang on the left, Reece Nelson on the right, and Ozil playing in the Ozil role. So there you go. Most of those have gone. Let's go back and have a look. 2 games ago in the Premier League at the Arsenal, 26th of December 2020, during the dark times, behind closed doors. We don't talk about that. Arsenal 3, Chelsea 1. Fat Frank Lampard was the manager. We scored first. Lacazette penalty on 34. Granit Xhaka slipped one in just before half-time. And to complete the Lacazette, Bukayo Saka, a 56th minute goal, and Tabby Abraham scored again in the 86th minute. Line out that day: Leno in goal, Bella in right back, left back Tierney, centre backs Holding and Mari, and then up front is going to be Lacazette, Martinelli on the left, Smith Rowe on the right, El Neni, and Xhaka in central midfield. Well, there you go, the Lacazette Saka. There you go, lovely. And the most recent game was the 22nd of August 2021. Hold on, it was 2023. When was that? Because the last game was almost 2 years ago. Anyway, it's because it's the first game. It's one of the first games of the season. They came to the Ashburton Grove, not the Emirates, and they smashed us 2-0. Lukaku scored in the 15th minute. Reece James on the 35th minute. Now the lineup that day: Leno in goal, Suarez at right back, Tierney left back, Holding and Mari at centre back again. Considering Mari only played 12 games, most of them seem to be against Chelsea. And then up front, it looks like, well, that's a tough one. Might have been Pepe playing up front. Martinelli on the left, Saka on the right, Xhaka and Lokonga in midfield, with Smith Rowe playing at the 10. That's a bit weird. I don't know. Anyway, a load of players that we don't want anymore. Has anybody picked a country yet? Oh, God, there's a load of people here. Rudy says, Cucurella is terrible. Phil Macker, we would win or get thumped. It's hard to know. That's very true. It is. Is it on in Cuba? Cuba? Cuba. No. Cuba will not be partaking in showing the game. Sad. It's the USA. It's on the USA. Well, it might be the. I'm not going to pick the USA. We always know it's on there. Sam Greenwood. We used to have a Sam Greenwood who played for the Arsenal. We got him from Sunderland, I think it was. Played in our under 21s and 23s and under 18s. Then we sold him to Leeds, where he is now struggling. Well, the old club are struggling. Oh, I didn't read what you said, Sam. Murphy's Law means Chelsea at some time will play a decent game against us, but we are strong and home, predicting a win. Yeah, if you put your predictions in, I will save them for the end of the show and I'll read them out. It'd be lovely if you do that. You could join in. It's not going to kill you. Mr. Waffles, Cucurella was fabulous hair, though. He does have good hair. And I should know, I'm a hair expert. Keysby Knight, evening, sir. When's the lineup out? It'll be 7 p.m. and I'm not going to draw this nonsense out till 7 p.m. Mr. Boblex, evening, everybody. Phil says Cucurella or Wombella, as he should be known. Don't go making up names again, Phil. Sam Greenwood, Holding and Mari at central defence gives me the shivers, I think it gives. Actually, Mari was a half-decent player. It was the old playing because he's a left-footed player. He's doing all right in Serie A. He's playing for not Bari. I can't remember who he's playing for. I think they won at the weekend. Rudy says, really hoped we have recovered from our defeat at the Etihad. Nothing better than a win in the London derby. Yeah, so true. Monza. Thank you very much, Rudy. I think he's gone on loan, but with an agreed deal if they stay up. We do a lot of that. In Germany, it's on Sky. Yes, it is. Marley says, Hantumi. Marley. Marley. In Mali, thank you for taking part. DSTV now, Supersport Maximo 2, Supersport Premier League ROA, Supersport Maximo 1. There you go. I can get rid of that window now. That's been hanging around like a bad smell. So Mr. Waffles has gone 3-1 to the Arsenal. If I'd known you were available, Mr. Waffles, you could have come on because I was going to see if you were free. And I thought, what time is it there? It's only 10:16 in the morning. Wow. I think I was asleep. I definitely was asleep. I didn't wake up till 5, 4:45. Then I had to lay an egg. Mr. Boblex, Chelsea under Fat Frank are bloody awful. They are. I should go and have a look. Now that you've mentioned that, Mr. Boblex, I should go and read out Chelsea's current form. Arsenal's form. Let's do Arsenal's form at home in the Premier League. Home, not away, not all. There we go. We have, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Look at me with numbers. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. In the last 19 games at home in the Premier League, we have lost 1. We're not going to talk about who we lost to. We have drawn 3, Newcastle, Brentford, and Southampton. And the other 15 games we have won. We beat Man United, Leeds, Everton, Leicester, Fulham, Villa, Spurs, Liverpool, Forest, West Ham, Man United, Everton, Bournemouth, Palace, and Leeds again. So there you go. We are, if I don't mind saying so myself, a pretty decent team, whether we're home or away. Go to Chelsea. Hiccups, matches, and then Premier League, and then away. And now let's have a little looky poo. Chelsea have won 1 in their last 6, 7, 8, 9. They've won 1 in their. Obviously, I'm picking the figures to make it sound better than it actually is. They've won 1 in their last 10 away Premier League games. They went to Leicester, one of the worst teams in the league, and they beat them 3-1. They have lost 1-0 at Wolves, 2-0 at Spurs, 1-1 at West Ham, 0-0 at Liverpool, 2-1 they lost at Fulham, 1-1 at Forest, lost 1-0 at Newcastle, lost 4-1 at Brighton, and 0-0 at Brentford. So there are some pretty shocking results there. So if I go back here and then I go and have a look at Chelsea's previous, just to see what kind of form they are in. Lost 2-0 to Brentford, lost 2-0 at Real Madrid, lost 2-1 to Brighton, lost 2-0 at Real Madrid, lost 1-0 to Wolves, drew 0-0 with Liverpool, lost 2-0 to Villa, drew 2-2 with Chelsea. So that is the grand total of 8 games without a win. And then they beat Leicester. So that fills me with a warm glow, and it's not because I'm sat next to a radiator, warm glow of success. Let's have a look what else you lot are saying. Paul Neil, not Neil, is there. Oi, oi, sir. Keysby Knight is going 3-2-1. Mudryk and Aubameyang to score. I hope you didn't listen to the podcast last night. I think Carl Walker may well have actually jinxed the game by mentioning the Aubameyang word and that he hasn't scored in a while. So if we do lose, you know who to go and complain to. We all know that I do a little, where is my things here? I go and do a PNG, which I put on the front of our YouTube, our Twitter, our Facebook, our Instagram, our OnlyFans. And then I slightly adapt it for the teams that I don't like. That's the Chelsea one, boys and girls, mums and dads. Cats and dogs, whales and dolphins, stick insects and puppies. Yeah. I've changed the Chelsea badge to a clown badge. Does that get anyone's approval? Because they are a clown club. Yes. Very good. Very good indeed. Bit for the mums there. Right, where were we? Just done Keysby Knight, saved it. Mr. Boblex, €7 million fee, wasn't it? I don't think it was much because he's costing us. I think there was a clause in his contract. That's why he's only played maybe a dozen games. If he plays one more game, we have to pay him a lot more money. Matt D'Souza, I am worried about how Arteta fixes our defensive issues. Every team we face, we look like conceding at least 2. Well, the pressure is off now. We'll see. The pressure has been at its maximum for the last 4 games, 3 draws and a loss. And we will see against Chelsea tonight if now that there's no pressure on the team, whether we will actually be able to do it. Hopefully we will, and play the beautiful game. I mean, look at this. I'm going to remember I'm on Matt's one there. Little thing here. I meant to bring up in a podcast last night. Oh, I need to get rid of our little diddly dong there. Look at this, people. That top one is this season. Next one is the Invincibles. Next one down is the 02 team. And the next one down is the 98 double team, or the last 2 of the double teams. Look how much time Arteta's Arsenal have spent at the top of the Premier League. There's only been, until this weekend, 3 match day weekends where we weren't top of the Premier League. You look at the Invincible season, there was 3, 6, 7 weeks we weren't top. And in the 02 double season, not 02, how dare I, 02 double season, we were only top of the league for 7 weeks. Arteta's side have been top of the Premier League for 30 weeks. And the 98 double side was top of the Premier League for 6 weeks. Now, no one in their right mind can look at that and go, this hasn't been a good season. We've only lost 4 games. City have only lost 4 games. So, considering our aim was Champions League football, and look what we've done. All the goals, and it's not over yet. The fat lady has been consulted, and she said, it's not over. All right, get rid of that and go back to your comments. Where was I? I was just done Matt's. No, I hadn't. Mr. Waffles is working. Brady's Banana is there with a 5-1 to the Arsenal. I like that. Rudy has gone 2-1 the Arsenal. Dan Fry, Evening Squire. Guaranteed they'll have the game of they'll have their game of the season against us, and whichever one they play in goal will have them go full. Who's a good goalkeeper? Full Yev Lev-Yashin, or Spoonerism it the other way around. Brady's Banana, I'm barbecuing and on the Budvar, so I'm feeling cocky. I don't know what Budvar is. Matt says, Rudy, I meant the team. Okay. Rudy also says, this time I really hope we don't concede the first goal. That tends to be an issue. Phil Macker, we are still laughing at Spurs after the weekend. We are indeed. Brady, I only have beer when I'm barbecuing. My 8th barbecue today. Boblex, Fat Frank's teams are counter-attacking normally, but they concede a lot of goals on transitions. Lovely. He also says, did anyone go to the women's game yesterday? I think most people went to the women's game yesterday, and how unlucky. They've got another injury, and that's 4 or 5 players out with long-term injuries. Shocking business. Have I got any drink left in this can? Oh, I have. That's a good thing about living on your own. You can have a can of drink and then you can leave it, come back the next day, and no one's touched it. And I've also got 6 bags of Roysters beef crisps in the drawer. They will disappear after this show. And Phil says he's loving it. That's nice. Boblex says, yes, I approve. That's always helpful, Rudy. Hope Partey has a decent game tonight. He has been atrocious lately. Yeah, he has. We got the best out of Partey earlier on in the season. We thought finally Partey has turned up to the party and he has been fantastic. And in the last 4 games, he's given away a penalty. He's not been tracking back properly. He's looked tired. And unfortunately, we haven't had El Neni to come on and show him how the game's done. Hold on. I've mentioned the El Neni word, haven't I? For those at home and on the toilet, taking the dog for a walk and driving the bus and the dumper truck, I've brought up the team of El Nenis. Look at them. You wonderful man. And so there you go with that. He has been terrible. Anyone got any idea what is up with Partey? No idea. Keysby Knight, it's not failure, but it's disappointing. Is Phil says only Twitter Muppets have a downer on this season. They do. Bob Lex says if only those draws were wins, it would have been a much better. And if the losses had been wins as well, Bob, if we're going to be able to take the fixtures. There we go. Mr. Boblex has gone 4-1. The Arsenal Canterbury corner. Evening, Coy Gunners. Nice to see you. If you're new, give the show a subscribe. We have been stuck on 7,340 subscribers for, I'm going to go and have a look and let you know, total subscribers. We've been stuck on 7,000. I mean, this only goes, that's the wrong one, isn't it? That's 2020. Subscribers, when do we get to 7,000? We got to 7,000 subscribers in February 2021. What are you lot doing? February 2021, we've been on 7,000-ish subscribers. How? Tom's got more than 7,000 this week. Again, it is a far superior show, isn't it? Tom knows what he's talking about. So there you go. But we have had a lot of new Twitter followers. We've had 146 Twitter followers in the last 30 days. Karl is doing a wonderful job. I can't take credit for any of those. Colonel Ward, 10 million to the Arsenal so we can break record. 10-0. 10-0. Oh, imagine that, Colonel. That would be an absolute delight. We should smash them. I'm going to put yours down as a prediction, Colonel, unless you bring me up another one. Pete Colson is there. Good evening. Sorry I'm late. 3-1 to the Gooners. Trossard, Brace, and Saka. I know that you mentioned Trossard, Pete. Did you know, unless you listened to the podcast last night, and I don't think anyone else has mentioned this, Trossard has played 15 games. Hey, Dora, come show everyone your body. Played 15 games for the Arsenal. The first 4 games that Trossard played, he was a substitute. We won one of them. The next 7 games Trossard played, he started all 7, got 6 assists, and we won all 7. Then he's dropped for the next 4 games. Draw, loss. And he got an assist in the loss. There are some questions I'd like to ask Arteta, like, why did Vieira start that game against, was it Southampton? I think it might have been. Why did you do that? No. Bad decisions. Phil says, Budvar is Budweiser. Budweiser? I don't know why I said that. Canterbury Gooner. Imagine the meltdown if Mudryk scores the winner. Not interested in him. Cats may have weed in your can. Try not to swear because we keep getting shows demonetized. We only make about £1 from each show, and they keep demonetizing it because we have potty language. It's not good enough. I'm going to go and do a little tweet for my own accounts, letting people know that I'm not. Someone has sent me a DM. I very rarely get DM. Oh, there's the Amazon knobhead parking on the pavement as usual. Told him off about this a while ago. Don't you dare come to my house. I'm busy. I'm entertaining you lot. There we go. A little tweety push. Look, I'll have a look and see who I got a DM from. Who could it be? Oh, it's Stan. Oh, asking if we can go later. Yes, I WhatsApped him. So that's all good. Mr. Waffle says, glorious. Dan Fry is giving it a scrunched up face. Keysby Knight, have we all accepted that Mudryk is going to score? Will you lot behave yourselves? It's not going to happen. Please, in the name of our Lord Bergkamp, don't let the Ducks score tonight. There we go. And I forgot to note how many people were watching on Twitter. I meant to have that window open and I can see because Twitter don't give you proper stats. Mr. Boblex, 11-0 Nennies will score 30-yarders. We'll be pinging them in all night long. Be like a Russia v China ping pong game, table tennis, whatever. Nick says Nick has arrived. Sorry for the rant last night. I thought Nick was top quality last night. Itch. Boblex says hello. Pete says I'm convinced Partey is playing hurt. He has been so slow and ponderous in the last 2 games. There is definitely something up. Mr. Waffles, I can unsubscribe and resubscribe. Yeah, if all 7,000 of you watching at the moment can do that, that'd be lovely. Phil says, thought someone had spiked your baby sham, Nick. It was hilarious, but all good. Nick, if you don't know and listen to podcasts, was saying we had the perfect opportunity to win the league in January in the transfer window. And rather than going out and buying a striker, we decided to stick with Eddie, who hasn't really been doing the job. And we had to wait until, was it March before Jesus come back? Luckily, Saka and Martinelli were banging in goals and so were other people. But imagine if we had a proper striker up there who could score goals. And I'm not having it that Eddie can do the job because Eddie cannot do the job. Boblex says, Pete, I think he's got a ongoing calf problem. Boblex has put up scared cat faces. There you go. Rudy's talking to someone. Pete says, great Trossard facts there, Dan. Yeah, I got that myself. I dug it up, scrubbed it down. I keep changing people's things. Kisby said, we subbed, you stopped podding, and then just started getting Danny. IBW now. I know, they're all busy. Mr. Womble says, Tom Canton creates bonkers level of content. Not my cup of tea, but fair play to the chat. He does an amazing amount of top quality content. It is amazing. But he's working hard at it, and he's getting the fruits of his labour. I keep changing them, don't I? Pete, hope you're right about the Duck, Mr. Boblex. Canterbury Gurner, I think it'll be a draw or 1-1. I'm saving that as your prediction. Rudy says, really hope Trossard starts tonight. I think we all hope that. Mr. Boblex is double dipping on the Twitter. No, on the Twitch. I haven't even got my Twitch open. So it's Jackosaurus is on Twitch, so is Spin, and so is Mr. Boblex. I'm going to send them a message that only they will see. No. I know what it is now. Kind of ruined their surprise, haven't I? Mr. Waffle said he loves a good rant. Sean is there. I haven't seen you before, Sean. Hello. 2-1 win with a screener from Jorginho to win. That's your prediction. Locked it in. Colonel Ward, I'm just glad to be watching a show that appreciates El Nenny's greatness. Have I even got a little? No, I don't. Every time we mention El Nene, we have to bring this up. Look at him. All of them. Wonderful. Wonderful. We'll be back soon to save our season. Rudy says, just don't concede silly goals for once. That would be nice. That would be amazing if that's true. Jackosaurus is on Twitch. We will win tonight. Sure of it. But we need to put them to the swords. We do indeed. Phil says, to be frank, I thought we were brilliant whilst Jesus was away, so no issues not buying a striker for Mister. I think you've missed out a bit there. Gooseby, can we get a Discord server? We have got a Discord server. I'm going to go here, and I hardly use it. I'm too lazy. I'm going to click login. I am human. Thank you for asking. Email the phone number, login, detective. Please. Go and fuck yourself. I hate those websites where they go, you got to now authenticate with phone. Or no, I'm not doing it. Bugger off. The people on Twitch are all joining in with an oi. Hello. The Irish Beast says 2-1 to the Gunners. Lovely. Save that as your prediction. Jackosaurus, it's Frank's Chelsea. Frankie's Chelsea, we are going to play them off the park. I bloody hope so. Pete Coulson, keep forgetting to join ABW Twitch. We'll do tonight. You do that. And your Amazon Primes, give them to us. We get nearly a whole £1. Oh, bloody hell, what will I do with that £1? Boblex says, we will thump Chelsea. Chelsea, for me, I don't know what you're on about. Phil, who is going down, Dan? Let's have let's bring up a window, shall we? Southampton are going down. And no mistake. Let's have a little looky here. I'm going to go and get this. And thank you very much to the people at whoscored.com for sharing the window. I'm just looking at my screen to the right and seeing, it's brought it up. What an absolute treat. If I do, can't I do this? That gets rid of me completely. And I get rid of your question for now, Phil. Pete. So I need to go to here. As we've all looked at this table a million times, well, Southampton are going to go down. They've got 4 games to play, and they are 6 points from safety. And who are Southampton going to play next? They are playing Forest and Fulham. Well, that's a couple of tough games. I don't see them getting anything out of that. And Everton, I think it would be nice for Everton to go down. My mate Dean, who has been on a few shows, is an Everton fan. I like Everton. Kevin Campbell used to play for Everton. When you look at that, Kevin Campbell played for Leicester, Forest and Everton. 3 of his teams all down there. Dodgy. He's on loan at Leicester. That's where he made his name. I remember when he went there. Everton, so I think Everton might... All depends on what games Everton have got left to play. Fixtures. Right, Everton's leftover fixtures. Away at Brighton, no chance. Home to Man City, 0. Away at Wolves, that's a tough one. And at home to Bournemouth, wow. I think Everton could be in trouble, people. So they've got to play Bournemouth and Wolves are the only two teams anywhere near them because the other two are Brighton and Man City. I'm going Southampton and Everton are going down. And let's see how Wolves are getting on. Forest's next last 4 fixtures. Southampton, they could get a point. Chelsea could get a point. Playing us, they get smashed. Then they're away at Palace. That's a tough one. They might be in with it. Leeds are the one that I think might be in trouble, though. Little look at the fixtures. And Leeds, next 4 games. Away at Man City, nothing. Home to Newcastle, nothing. Away at West Ham, nothing. Home to Spurs. I'm going to say it's going to be Southampton, Everton and Leeds that are going down. Because Leicester are in a bit of form. Win, draw. West Ham are out of it. So it's going to be Southampton, Everton and Leeds. Shame. I like all of those clubs. I would much rather see Wolves, Chelsea and Spurs go down. There we go. So stop sharing that and get back to what else you've lot have got to say. Where was I down to? Who asked the question? Where was it down to? Who said that we're going to... Oh, who's going down, Pete said. Mr. Boblex, I took pictures and put them in Discord. Did you? Oh, I can't log in now because it wants me to go and confirm it. Loki. Hello, Loki. How are you? How's been your day been? Been busy driving around in the convertible, I hope? I'm sure you said it was a convertible. My convertible hasn't moved in 2 years. It's currently on a trickle charge and Betty sat on the roof of it. Somebody wants to buy a 1994 Mercedes convertible. E320, 152 with the roof down. You do let me know. 20 grand, it's yours. It's not worth 20 grand. Mr. Waffles' Twitch is appropriately named. How dare you, sir? Procrastinating Womble. Ipswich promoted an Arsenal in a title challenge, a top season. Shame that Tyrese John-Jules got injured again, isn't it? Because he missed the run into the season. Bob Lex from last night. Phil says, Danny, why don't you offer free signed photos of you in the Valve? That will boost the subscriptions. We'll get us banned. Leeds bring in Big Sam. Bloody hilarious. Yeah. Waffles, I say Southampton, Leeds and Nottingham. Keysby Knight, any thoughts on Patino exit? You think it means we get Caicedo in the summer? I don't know what Patino's playing at. There's been an entire generation of players that have gone, I'm going. You need to look at the 2 Willock brothers, not Chris Willock. No, Chris Willock is one of them. I can't remember the other one. 3 of them, one left for Man United, one left for Benfica, I think, and now one's playing at QPR, about to get relegated from Championship, and the other one's playing maybe Oxford City. It's ridiculous. Don't keep leaving. Stay, earn your place, because it's guaranteed all those other ones that have left, and if Patino goes, then you're not going to get a better chance. And Arteta has shown that he likes to play the young players. So it could just be nonsense to try and get a new contract, but he is the next Jackie Wilshere, apparently. Canterbury Guna, are you going to wish relegation on West Ham and Leeds after they get thumped by City? Yes. Yeah, City are going to smash them. Hopefully they'll beat City and then they'll win us the league and then they'll save themselves from relegation. Rudy says Southampton, Leeds and Everton will be relegated, my view. Yep, they're the ones I've gone for. Pete says, I really want the Saints, Everton and West Ham because they always nick points off of us. Yeah, Southampton need to go down. Although I do quite like them, but they won't come back up for years because they're broken. Craig says, we should smash Chelsea in my honest opinion. But after the Southampton game, I do worry about our mentality. Yeah, it is a bit fragile at the moment. Waffles says, Everton will beat Wolves and Bournemouth to stay up. It's a wonderful spelling of Bournemouth. B-O-U-R-M. Bournemouth. Lovely. Loki's gone 3-1 the arse. I've saved that. Arsenio Wonga. Danny the GFP. Oi, oi, fella. Oi, oi, yourself, sir. Phil says, love to see the Forest go down. I had a mate who supported Forest. They said they were bigger clubs because of the European Cup. They used to be huge. Division 1 titles. I think they won back-to-back European Cups in 78 and 79, possibly. And Yumi says, if I get that wrong, do let me know. Everton can go down, tough away ground to go, and Arteta always looks so soulless when they play against Everton. He was one of their best players. Arsenio says, big up everyone in the chat. Hope all is good, my Gooners. They are indeed, Arsenio. Very nice of you. Rudy says, same here, Craig. Since the since the Southampton game at home, I knew we are done. Arsenio says, trust Arsenal to bodge it up again, eh? Well, yes. They're talking. Wise words, Danny. It's all downhill for Patino if he leaves. It will be, sadly. He shouldn't leave. Patino should at least fight for a place. City boy if he goes. I mean, he's just got relegated from the Championship to League One with Blackpool, and the Blackpool fans love him. But Craig says, Patino doesn't want alone, Danny. He wants first team and not happening. I think Rice and Casido is coming. Well, you can't demand first team football when you're 12. What's the boy talking about? Country Guna, Patino is not finished project yet, and there's going to be a buyback clause. Well, that does sound good. Pete Coulson, would you advocate Eddie's sale and keep Flo? I'd get Eddie out the door as soon as possible. Bless him. He doesn't have the confidence, the stature, the stance of a man who is going to score goals. He has someone who has the body language of a 14-year-old kid who's been told to go and tidy their bedroom. He is a poacher, and we don't create enough opportunities for him to poach, and he's never going to work out. And I'm sad because if you listen to ABW for long enough, you will know that I have hyped up Eddie from the days of the under-18s all the way through the 21s, the 23s, and the League Cup, and said he's going to do it, and the England playing for England under 21s, and he does it all, but it just seems to be he's only any good when he's playing against people that are less quality than himself or younger than himself. And as he's getting older, the level that he's playing against are getting harder, and he's struggling to do it, and he won't make it. I hope you do, Eddie. If you're watching, I hope you do. He's one of our own. Hey, Len boy. The Irish Bee says, when is the roast back, Danny, or is it taking a break for that? Oh, we were going to do one on Sunday, but Mike was off being Jewish somewhere, breaking bottles and eating falafel. I don't even know if that's a thing. So hopefully I will be back doing some. It's a little bit hard because of my mum passing and all that other stuff, and to be jolly, but I tend to look at it like there's no point moping because it's not going to change anything, is it? It's just going to be, well, there you go. Happens to everyone eventually. Mr. Bob Legs, the fabled war chest is being mentioned in the papers again. Bullshit, nonsense. Mr. Waffles, isn't Patino the youngest player ever to play first team? What more does he want? No, the youngest one is Manweri. I think he was 15 when he played for the first team. Pointless. I mean, some people have said that it was so that he signs a contract to stay at the club, that he got one game, but I don't know about that. And I might go and do another little tweety poo. This time I'm going to try and keep an eye on the live Twitter stream to see if it says how many people are watching. So there you go. Do that. And then go and put it on there and see if it goes up. I was showing you the little thing. See top left-hand corner? Little clover. Oh, where's it gone? Well, it's on middle of there. A little clover, put that on for my mum. And you can see the left-hand side, Steve Lord Hillwood Whittle, because he passed away, part of ABW, and Dave Gunaholic Faber. So it's my mum's fault I support the Arsenal, so I put a little clover there for her. And there you go. It's lovely. Right, have you stayed where I put you? No, you haven't. You scrolled down again, you absolute shit. Where was I down to? We were down to... we just done Mr. Waffles one. Womble says, I want Man City to go down, but with their legal team, that would be in 2099. Phil says, Eddie will make a fab championship striker. West Ham. Someone like West Ham, he'd be their main man. Says Waffles. Senior Wonga, oi, he's talking to other people. Rudy says, who will buy Eddie with the wages he's on? That is the problem. 100 grand. Terrible. Zaid is there. Oi, Danny, says Zaid. How you doing, Zaid? You had a good day? Hope where you are is nice and warm, because it's not bloody warm here. It says it's 14 degrees outside, but it doesn't look it. Grandad Tawonga. Nice. Nick says, Bentley demanded first team football, and I don't know why I'm trying to read it in small blue. There, read it there. It's better. Bentley demanded first team football and said he was better than Bergkamp. He went to Spurs and retired at 28. He had offers. My mate Lee is good mates of him. He had offers to go and play, but he said, I lost the love for football and gave up. Loki says, we have a coin purse, not a war chest. Bentley couldn't clean Bergkamp's boots. I think you lot are all messaging each other. Yes, you are. BX Gunner is there, giving a little green heart. Lovely. Pete Coulson says, I'll read it there. Am I the only one worried about ESR? No, you're not. I will be gutted if he gets sold. He hasn't been given a chance to re-establish himself in the team. We need the Champions League next season. Yes, a bit of a smack in the face for ESR. 3-1 down, or 3-0 down against Man City and they bring him on? Or was it 4-1 down? It was some score that was unrecoverable. And then he said, go on, son, on you go. Make you come back. Oh, cheers. Nice one. Thanks for that. Sell Nketiah to Chelsea for 100 million. If only. Why not do a watch-along, Danny? Oh, everybody does those. I like utter silence when I'm here watching a game, so I've got to take notes and things. We did the first ever watch-along about 6 seasons ago. Yeah. Somewhere in our 1,000+ videos on YouTube. Womble says, I lost my mum in 2021 to motor neurones disease. Oh, fuck, that's bad. Yeah, no point moping, but it's okay for life to be shit for a bit as there is no right or wrong way to get through. Best wishes to you and your family. Thank you very much, motor neuron. Womble. Thank you very much. Yeah, Mum, the NHS killed her, so they're in trouble for that. They could have fixed it. But some dickhead wrote down millimeters instead of centimeters. And if they'd have realised it was centimeters, they'd have gone, oh, fuck, you need to come in and have an operation right now. Millimeters, they said, no, your heart's fine, you can go home. Well, that's why. And what happened? So just fell asleep, and that was it. Anyway, not a lot you can do about it now, unless someone can invent a time machine. If you do, let me know. I should go back and save her. I see I'm messaging to somebody else. Craig says, ESR goes, I'll be pissed at Arteta. I think we will all be pissed at Arteta if he goes, because that bloke has got so much promise. Arsenio saying he lost his mum in 2000. Haven't been the same since. No, it's not easy. The Irish Beast says best wishes to me. Thank you very much for that. Arsenio was talking to someone else. Loki, we also need you to do an after dark with the naughty boys. They're all gone. They're all the ones that are interesting stories have all buggered off. So don't do them anymore. I suppose the closest thing to that is the Sunday roast now. Watch along. I know for me as my stream is always behind the action. That is always a problem, trying to get people to sync the action up to where they are. The last 30 years, he lost an uncle, 2 aunts, and all to cancer. And my gran, says Craig. Well, my family lost my mum and both her sisters in the space of 4 months. 1 cancer, 1 stroke, and 1 NHS killed her. So that's a bit shit. So what else was I going to do? Let's go and have a look back at the history of Arsenal v Chelsea and see if we can pick out some slobber knockers. We beat them 4-2 in April 2022 in the Premier League. That was nice. What other ones are there? We don't talk about that one. We went there. Remember, the 29th of October 2011. We went there and we smashed them 5-3. Van Persie hat-trick. Andre Santos. I wonder what club he's at the moment. I suppose he's retired. I'm going to go and have a look at his Wikipedia. He retired in 2018, playing for Figueirense. I think that's a Portuguese team. No, they're Brazilian. Same thing. So that was him gone. He's now 40 years old. Was never a left back before people say it. And that was a lovely thing. Lampard, Terry and Joan Mata scored for those. Out of all the players playing in that game, which was 12 years ago, Szczesny is at Juventus. Giroud, I think, is still playing in Switzerland. Alex Song retired last month. Ramsey is playing for Nice. Jorginho is, I think he's either in China, the Middle East, or Turkey. Theo's still playing. That's surprising. 12 years ago, and we've still got quite a few players playing. Jenkinson's playing in Australia. Vermaelen retired a couple of years ago. Interesting. So I'm going to leave it with that one. How about a head-to-head? This is one a page I had open. A head-to-head between Arteta and Lampard. Arteta against Chelsea, played 8, won 5, drawn 1, lost 2. That's pretty good. He's head-to-head against Lampard. Played 5, won 3, drew 1, lost 1. And Lampard against Arsenal and against Arteta. That's the only manager he's played against for Arsenal. 1-1, drawn 1, lost 3. Now that is pretty decent. And then it's got the most expensive, most valuable player at Arsenal is Saka, 110 million. And most valuable at Chelsea is Enzo Fernandez, 85 million. He's already dropped by an absolute fortune. A few players over the years that we shared with Chelsea: Tommy Docherty, Billy Dixon, Alan Young, John O'Rourke, George Graham, Stroller. Bought him for 95 grand in 1966. John Hollins later went on to manage Chelsea. Got him at the end of his career. William Gallas, Ashley Cole, Lassana Diarra. Bought him in August, sold him in January to Portsmouth. Lovely jubbly, move on. Yossi Benayoun, the Jewish assassin. He was good. And then there's a whole load of rubbish ones I don't even want to talk about. Right, I think there you go. That 20-minute show has taken me. Bet he's sharpening her nails on the cloth on the roof. Unacceptable. It's taken me 45 minutes so far, and I still haven't got to the point. What the hell is that about? It's my birthday, not a card from the tight. See you next Tuesdays around here. It's your birthday today, Loki. Woo! Happy birthday to you. Woo! Can't sing it. Can't sing. Dejan is there. You're late, Dejan. Hope you can go back and listen to it again later. Rudy says El Neni surely won't leave us in the summer. Hope we don't make a mistake with Kieran. So many times Tierney should have played at left back if we need to play defensively, but Arteta don't want to know. But Arteta's been top of the league for 30 out of 33 weeks, so I'm not going to criticise him. Pete says, I need Arsenal to win tonight to give me the stick to beat my smug chav son-in-law with. Yes, do need that. Happy birthday, Loki, says Phil. Deke is there, who'll be joining me later. How you doing, Deke? Nick says, I've just realised I've been sat on my computer and could have come on. Never mind. I had about 5 minutes notice, so I was going to ask Deke and a couple of others, but then I thought I'd do it on my own. Don't be 20 minutes. Saying hello. Graham Ricks. Yeah, he's another one. That's why I support Karl in France, because Graham Ricks left Arsenal to go and play there. I nearly did WhatsApp you, but I thought I've got 2 minutes to the show starts. That's not fair. Ryan is there from the Mr. Arsenal podcast. You want to watch a watch along for the game? Go to YouTube, type in the Mr. Arsenal podcast, and Ryan will almost definitely be doing a watch along, and they're very good. Arsenio says, happy birthday, Loki. Phil Macker says, think we heard enough from you last night. Oh, someone's going to get themselves a timeout. Craig Barlow says, happy birthday, Loki. Pete says, happy birthday, Loki, baby. Rudy says, happy birthday, Loki. Stay healthy. Loki, Rocky, and Dave O'Leary's birthday. Did you know David O'Leary didn't know his birthday today? Happy birthday, David and Mr. Rocastle. That David O'Leary is still the third greatest Leeds manager of all time with win percentage. Don Reeves obviously first because he actually won stuff. David O'Leary is third, and Gary McAllister is second with a 50% win ratio. He was the manager for a year. I was looking this up last night, otherwise I wouldn't know. But he managed them in League One, so that's stat padding. But David O'Leary, and he was doing wonders. He had them at 4th and 5th in the Premier League, and he didn't want to leave. And the Leeds owner got rid of him, Peter Ridsdale possibly, to get in Terry Venables, L-Tel to his mates. And then they fell apart, got relegated and relegated again. Craig says, only City beating us at the Emirates. That is true in this season. Womble says, I miss being a smug chav. Gary is there. Hello, Gary. How you doing? Deeks is all gravy, baby. We have a good chat at 10 p.m. discussing the Arsenal 4-0 win. There you go. Anyone got any predictions? Put them in the chat. I will add them to the rest of it. Martinelli to score first. So Deek has gone 4-0. What's your scores? Cheers, everyone. Touching indeed. Better than my tight brothers. Yeah, one of your brothers is usually in here, isn't he? Just seeing the After Dark comment. What's that late night pod? Yeah, it used to be when you could get away with stuff on the internet. Dejan, nothing is owing until the fat lady sings. And hello, everybody. Carpenter out, says Biblix. And he also says, hashtag fuck Ellis. Fair enough. Deke, I will take that one, guy. Deke says, but I think we will destroy them, hopefully, because they're there to be destroyed. It's only a matter of time until someone absolutely ruins them. They're not even getting shots on goal. So there you go. Right, I'm going to go and have a quick go through the 13 predictions that we have got. If you have got a prediction, you haven't done one already, put it in at the chat and I will come to it after I've done these. So, prediction time. And I need to have boop, boop, bullshit. Just going to flash that up. So then when I look at the video later, if we do, then I'll be able to go, oh, it's the bit where we flashed bullshit. Not that your predictions are bullshit, but I needed something. Spin has gone 3-1 to the Arsenal. Waffles 3-1 to the Arsenal. Keysby Knight 3-2 win. Rudy 5-1 Arsenal. No, Rudy 2-1 Arsenal. Brady's Banana 5-1 Arsenal. Boblex 4-1 Arsenal. Colonel Ward 10-0 Arsenal. Pete 3-1 the Arsenal. Canterbury Gruner is going for a draw, 0-0, 1-1. Sean is going 2-1 the Arsenal. The Irish Beast 2-1. Loki 3-1 the Arsenal. Deke is going 4-0 the Arsenal. I think that's the most predictions we've ever had. Oh, there's some more coming. Ryan has gone 4-0 Arsenal. Craig Barlow 4-1. Nicky Wilson 3-1 Chelsea. Aubameyang hat-trick. Thank you very much, Karl. What else have we got here? Arsenio, a stinky 1-0 win. And Dejan is going with a 3-1 to the Arsenal, but Chelsea will score first. There we go, people. Oh, look. It's 4 minutes to 7. I think I should just wait around and for the lineups to come out. I have to go and where do I go? Because I've got Arsenal blocked on my one. Right. arsenal.com. See if that brings up the Arsenal Twitter account for my podcast account. Oh, you'd think it'd be the first bloody thing that comes up, wouldn't you? How is when you type Arsenal into the search bar on Twitter, the first thing it doesn't bring up is the official Arsenal account? For God's sake. There we go. Right. I am going to be... Oh, Arsenal, if you want to watch... If you can't see the game, you want to listen to it, it is going to be Matt Clark and some other bloke who I've got no idea who he is. Betty's just going to come and lay on it. Are you going to lay? No, Betty, you're such a knob. She just comes and lays on everything and pushes things on the floor. I gave you meat and you didn't eat it. And then your uncle ate it all. Why didn't you eat it? You'll die if you don't eat. We put you in the garden, put you in the bin. Put you in the bin? Can you recycle a cat? I'm not sure. So it's Adrian Clark, wonderful bloke, and arsenal.com. Go there and listen to the commentary. So that's a breakdown live. Who's doing the commentary tonight? Sometimes it's Dave Hillier, another wonderful bloke. Oh, they're not showing it. That's annoying. Have a look through the Arsenal Twitter account run by a Spurs fan, I once was told. Lots of stuff for Rocky Road Castle Day. Right, it is. Come on, we've got 2 minutes to go, and then I'll be able to get the lineups for you because you lot have made me waffle on for ages. Oh God, you've put some more stuff in there. Yeah, let's see the line. Deke says, "See the lineup. Stay on." I would stay. Talk about how broken you are. I too have blocked Arsenal. No, I've got nothing against Arsenal on Twitter, but I've got something against people just constantly, like the Arsenal ladies. I've got blocked on Twitter as well, and I like the Arsenal ladies, but it's just a constant barrage of everything all day. Many accounts I've got blocked, but even though I don't mind the accounts, I just don't want to see all their nonsense all the time. What time is the match on? I might watch it. 8 p.m. Kickoff is in 1 hour. Arsenio. Martinelli, Partey and Holding not in the lineup tonight, says Rudy. How do you know that, Rudy? Rudy has inside information. I'm having a look through my timeline. I follow a lot of journalists, and there's nothing there about anybody sneaked it out. So I don't know what's going on there. Where's my thing? I need to wear glasses. I can't see. 52 tweets. Scrolling down. No, I can't see anything. There you go. Go back to the top of the page again. What else have you been saying? Arthur Bushby. Now, that is a name. I'm a Leeds fan, Why Sam? I am a Leeds fan. Why was Sam not in weeks ago? We were just talking about Leeds. I think you're going down, Sam. Arthur. Quite sad. I'd like to see Leeds stay up. One of the classic Premier League sides. To talk about David O'Leary, who's been a really decent manager for you. Why? Because you've only just got the other bloke in. Is it Silver or something? And you can't bring someone in and sack him after a month. And I think they had a run of games where they thought he might get some points, but no. Dejan says FC Arsenal. Craig says, hope he rests Zinny. I want to see Kieran Tierney at left back. I think we all do. Mr. Waffle, was that a guess? Because Twitter uses Google search, which is trash. My favourite browser is Brave. But my favourite search engine is indeed Google. But use Yahoo. Don't use Google. They're scumbags. Wish we could have blocked the Cronkies from buying Arsenal. Well, it's turned out all right at the moment. Director at Leeds is the biggest idiot ever, says Arthur. Pete says, yeah, wait for the lineups. My prediction, Partey out for Jorginho, Trossard in for Xhaka. Oh, it is now 7:01. Reload the page. You lot might well be putting in what the lineups are. Oh, I've got the lineups. And I'm not going to read your messages. I'm going to go and put it in here. Bring the lineups up. Lineup up. I've not even looked at it yet. I've downloaded it and not looked at it. So I'm going to go with it and where are we up to? There. So go down to brand and then here. The lineup is Ramsdale in goal, Ben White at right back, Kivior and Gabriel at centre back, Zinchenko left back, Jorginho and Xhaka in the middle. So Partey dropped. Odegaard did the usual, Saka on the right, Trossard on the left, and Jesus up front. And the subs are Turner, Holding, Tierney, Partey, Vieira, Smith-Rowe, Nelson, Martinelli, and Nketiah. So Martinelli and Partey and Holding have all been dropped. So people, what do you think about that? I'm sitting here waiting. I don't hear any answers. Maybe I should go and have a look at what your things are saying. I forgot to do all the bloody things last night on the YouTube to tell it that it was a preview show. Disaster. And I didn't click that it was today. All right, I'm going to go and do that now where you lot are talking amongst yourselves and change it to sport. Save. Close that. So go to your comments. Oh, Betty for player of the year. Leeds, we all hate Chelsea. I'm sure you do. Kivior starts, says Ryan. Don't get Orta at Leeds. Okay. Interesting, says Waffles. Phil says, looks good to me. Craig Barlow says, Kivior starting. Arsenio, oh no, not Nketiah goals. Don't know what that means. Nick, Holding blamed for everything then. The kid gets roasted and sent off tonight. Then City will lose tomorrow and Saturday. Nice to see Trossard back in the team, says Bobley. Peter says Kivior in a shock is a shock and a worry. Rudy, I think we need fresh legs and Arteta has done it. Yep. Trossard started is a positive. Luigi Colbini, nice. Look forward to seeing what Kivior can do. Luigi, would you be Italian by any chance? What team do you support? I'm a Forza Inter man, and I have been since the mid-80s. Let's put 5 past them and go back at top. Lovely. Deke says, asking a lot of Kivior. Will be interesting to see him for 90 minutes. Also, Martinelli getting dropped. Not sure about that. Loves to play against Chavsky. GJ better play well. Jorginho looking good at the moment. Chelsea team is Mr. Boblex. They've got 2 unpronounceables in goal and left back. Fofana, Silva, Chilwell, Kovacic, Fernandez, Conte, the Duck. Is Maduek the Duck? Mudrick, I don't know. Aubameyang starts a game. Well, paint me green and stuff me in the shed. Adio. Aubameyang starts a game. I wonder. I'm going to go and have a look, and I'm going to go and see. I'm going to have to go this way and go down to Arsenal 1920 season. I'm going to go and see the last time that Aubameyang actually started a game. Just take your time, transfer market. I do actually have all bloody day. Don't you worry yourself, my old fruits. Right, because then I know he will be here. Where is he? Aubameyang down the bottom. Easiest way to go and find the player. Stats, current season. The last time I'll have to expand that. Right, Premier League, Chelsea season. He's been in the Chelsea starting 11 in the Premier League. He's been substituted on 10 times. So that'd be the times, and all 4 times, 1, 2, 3, all 4 times that he started, he's been taken off. Taken off against Palace, taken off against Villa, taken off against Man United, taken off against us, and then taken off against Man City. So one of those, he probably came on and off again. And this season for Chelsea, he scored a goal against, his last Premier League goal was the 1st of October against Palace. That is his only Premier League goal. No goals, no assists this season for Chelsea. 505 minutes and no goals. 1 goal. Wow. And how much are they paying him a week? That's shocking. Oh, I've left that thing on the screen for ages, haven't I? Get screen burn on that. Right. You lot have all been putting stuff in there. I'm going to go and get rid of that and say that's it. It's the end of the show. I've got to go and get this edited and put it up on YouTube because the game starts in 55 minutes and this show is 101 minutes long. That doesn't work. That's it. So we will be back just 5 minutes after the game. It'll be Deke and me doing the show. Thank you very, very much for watching. If you are new, subscribe and give it a thumbs up. I mean, I've not even looked at how many thumbs up we've got. Does it tell me on here? It says 24. That's not too bad. Could be better, but that's not too bad. A little bit of El Neni luck. Come on, El Neni. There we go, everybody. Bit of luck, a bit of a lucky Egyptian El Neni. Help us win the game. And I predict we're going to win it 2-1. There you go. Hopefully we'll smash them about 8-0, but I don't think that's going to happen. So thank you very much, everybody. Come back after the game and we will have a show for you. So I will leave you with this, Wonders. And come on, you Gunners!
As soon as I scored that goal, I was fucking livid.
Get down, dog.
Splendid business.
He nearly caught the bloody thing. What are you talking about?
So I've just eaten a full quiche. Well, you don't often see them at Ibs, so when you see them in the supermarket, they need to be swagged, microwaved immediately and get the brown sauce on and bosh, Bob's your uncle.
Never in doubt.